Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of A Wee Touch of Madness, the video podcast presented by Madness Records, hosted by me, Loz, the funny man, the host with the most. I know I said that last week and it wasn't very funny then. I highly doubt it's funny now, but fuck it, here we go. Today I am joined by a band from Kent, that's all the way down south of England if you believe it or not. They're called Morgana. How you doing, guys?
Not too bad. Thank you for having us on the show.
You're very welcome. Now, I did pronounce the band name properly, right?
Yeah, Morgana, basically. Yeah.
Awesome, because I don't want to have to do that mistake straight away. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves to the people out there who'll be watching this and the sort of music that you do to those who are not familiar with who you are?
So Morgana is an alt-rock, kind of grunge band. It's the two of us. So this is Dan. He's the drummer. He's the vital part of Morgana. Without him, there is nothing. Because
he definitely looks like a drummer, like the sort of drummer that goes, "Oh, me play drum, me bang on drum."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I tried to talk music theory to him, and he just goes, "I play drums. That's it."
Exactly. See, that's exactly what I said. Me drummer, me bang drum, bang bang bang.
One thing well, and that's fine.
As long as you play in time, that's all that matters to me. And yeah, so he's the drummer. He's very vital, and my name's Amy. I do the vocals and I do the guitars. And on the EP, I also do the bass, but we'll come to bassists later. Apparently, you've got lots of jokes about them, according to you.
I do have a few jokes lined up, but I will save that a little bit later on down the line. Now, everybody, now you heard it there. Now, as per, clearly, a woman that can multitask a hell of a lot, do vocals, play the guitars, and play a bit of bass. Holy crap, you really make us men look like rubbish, don't you?
Well, he plays many drums in one time. I can't do that.
So,
he bangs on the drums.
just hit things. That's all it is.
Right. Well, before we carry on and we continue, I would like to just mention to you right now that a couple of episodes ago, when I had my guest on Natty Snaps from Canada, that he challenged my next few guests to give me a challenge. Now, please don't make it something ridiculous like we're going to be doing in a few weeks' time, or the ridiculous challenge that Rob from Storm the Empire gave me last week. I'm not looking forward to that one. So you have until the end of the episode to think of a challenge for me.
And that's your job. I'm rubbish at thinking of things.
Yeah, I'm starting to regret taking the mick out of the drummer now.
Yeah.
Now, the rules are it has to be something to do with music, hence because, music show.
Pretty standard, yeah.
Yeah, and bear in mind, I can sing, I just can't play.
You can sing but can't play. Noggy.
So, do you guys have any plans musically for next year?
We're trying to get as many gigs as possibly can, which means sending as many emails and networking as much as possible. I'm currently writing more songs, and we'll be showing them to Dan in the next few weeks. And then Dan's going to send me his vocal lines for his songs, so then I could work on those. So, yeah, when he gets around to actually sending them to me, that'd be great. Remember, he can't multitask. So yeah,
casual sexism, I like it.
Well, I think that men can multitask, but I get proved wrong a lot of the time. So, I'm still holding on to the belief that men can multitask. They can think of one thing and do another. However else you're supposed to play, the games consoles and stuff.
We can actually find out the answer to that. So everybody, if you want to know if a man can actually multitask, I will have a poll on my social media where you can vote whether or not a man can actually multitask. Now this should be interesting. I will put that poll up. Yeah, then we'll see what the results are.
My vote is definitely going to be a yes. But I get proved wrong a lot of the time. But I'm still holding on to that belief that you can think of one thing and do another. because how else are you supposed to live in this day and age? But yeah, no, going back to the gigging, we're hopefully going to get a few more local gigs. We're looking at possibly then going further afield, more towards London area and towards a little bit more south, so there's some venues down in Canterbury that I've been looking at as well, so hopefully fingers crossed.
Ooh, Canterbury.
It sounds like a very posh place, but trust me, I've been there. There's only a certain area that's like really posh, and then everything else is just like normal council estates.
Just scum.
Normal people, yeah. Wait,
Scum. Cool.
like me.
Like us, like me, like all of us. We all are. So, what are the influences that got you into doing music in the first place?
Dan, do you want to say your influences first?
So, I think this goes with every kind of pop punk band. Always, Green Day is like top of the list.
Oh yeah, Chaos
But,
Theory.
yeah. Yep. But other than that, things like Hailstorm, a little bit of Nirvana sometimes, Foo Fighters, that kind of stuff.
I think for me, Hailstorm is a massive, massive influence. I'm going to see them in March. I've seen them in the Alexandra Palace. I've seen them at other shows around the UK, and she always has that kind of stage presence and that kind of that vocal skill. So if you see their albums, for example, which is something I've got, you see like the progression, and that's what I like. For me particularly, I grew up playing Green Day. I wanted to be the little punk princess, and then metal came into it somewhere and punk got thrown out, but now it's sort of firmly into so the stuff that I like playing is like, I grew up playing was like Foo Fighters, Green Day, Alter Bridge, Hailstorm, Biffy Clyro. I saw Biffy Clyro last week, so again another big influence of mine. And then vocally it's massively different because I grew up with my dad listening to loads of different music. So when I was in the car, he could be playing Meatloaf, and then on the next track it would be Celine Dion. It was completely, and then skip a few CDs, he'd be playing Al Green. So I grew up listening to lots and lots of different music. So, and another big one with my dad was obviously classic rock. So I'm actually wearing an AC/DC t-shirt right now. And Caffeine, which was our first single, was very heavily deprived of those riffs, those classic AC/DC riffs. You think of Back in Black, for example, all power chords, get to the point, basically.
I did not say that. You said that. So if you want us to get to the point, let's get to the point. Let's move on.
No, I mean like in terms of like power.
Oh, you meant? Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Like sometimes you like stuff like prog rock and all that. They have very intricate solos. They have very intricate intros and sections and stuff like that. But you go to like pop punk, classic rock even. They are power chord driven. Classic 4-bar or 8-bar introduction. Get you hooked in. Get that catchy riff going and the catchy chorus, that catchy, and it just draws you in, isn't it? Everybody knows Back in Black.
Yeah.
There you go.
Everybody and their grand knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So if there was someone out there who you could do a collaboration with, who would it be and why?
With what? Unsigned or signed? Because I've got two.
I did say anyone.
Oh, it is anyone. Okay, I've got two.
I only asked for one.
I did two. No, I did just do one. I would love to. I've already said I would love to do a collaboration with Hailstorm. Just sharing the stage with Lizzie Howe would just be like awesome for me. What
about you, Dan? Or is it just no, me bang drum, me don't care?
No, usually that would be the case, but no. I think maybe like All Time Low or Fall Out Boy would be an interesting one.
Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
I know, I could definitely get behind that.
Yeah. I completely forgot about Fall Out Boy. They were. I think Dan's beaten me. Sorry. Fall Out Boy were just absolutely amazing.
It's not a competition.
Oh.
No, when I had a little look through your electronic press kit that you sent in, I was actually, when I read through it, I was actually quite interested, but also at the same time, I'm also a little bit disappointed because Dan, you've got glorious hair. Why are you hiding it?
Oh, it doesn't look good today, so.
It's got longer since I've given you those photos. His hair's now longer than mine.
It's like down to here.
Right. Are you a grower or a shower? Come on, get it out.
You're putting him in the spotlight.
There we go. Gloriously long hair.
It's so long.
Luscious long hair that any woman would be envy of.
My niece, she's 9 and she just wants like to grow her hair, and she finds and it's really hard for her to grow her hair. So yeah, sorry. Side note.
Okay.
Random, sorry. I told you I'm random. I need a filter.
Yeah. Okay. I'm actually inclined to start to believe you right there. So, can you explain to me the creative process that you go through when you create your music, you know, from when you get the idea to doing it and to actually getting it out there to the public? You know, I know you kind of already sort of said that you'll work on some vocals and then send it back and forth to each other, but if there's more into that detail that you want to dive into.
Yeah, so if I take, for example, the creative process for Goddamn Witch.
Dan, what did I say? Don't keep your hat off. No, it's out now. Keep your hat off. You've been warned.
Forcing him out of his comfort zone. I love it.
That is the general idea behind this show, is to make me uncomfortable and to make my guests uncomfortable, so that way it's a pure experience for everyone.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, sorry, I was saying, if I take the creative process for Goddamn Witch, for example,
great track, by the way. I had that on repeat for like during the whole last week as I was getting myself prepared for this interview. It was actually a great track, and if you haven't checked that out at home, everybody, I highly suggest you do. I will have the link to that down in the description so you can check it out.
Thank you. So yeah, no, I was at work at the time, and I had this idea in my head. You know, the chorus basically, and you know the voice memos on your like iPhone or something like that.
Yes.
I sneakily I was in the back and I sneakily put it up there and I just really badly sang it and then just sent it over to him. And then I was working on that song then after working on that, and he told me how terrible my vocals were, and I was like, yeah, I'm at work, Dan. But yeah, I worked on the song and then sent more over, and then we have regular rehearsals. So at the time, I think COVID was just starting. Everything was locking down and stuff, so it gave us plenty of time to go back and forth. And then when things started to open up in that summertime, you know, they had that gap in the middle.
Yeah.
We went back into rehearsals, and we was just working on the song constantly. And then the riff came about because I bought an octave pedal and never used it. I bought it from a guy. He was amazing, this guy, right? I bought it on eBay, 50 quid, but I didn't actually have 50 quid. So I messaged the seller and was like, can you wait till the end of the month until I get paid? And then I'll guarantee we'll send you this £50. And he went, yeah. So literally the payday, I was literally going, send over this money to this guy. And he sent this pedal, and it's an electro harmonics one. I don't know if you know very much about pedals.
No, but I will actually ask Keith Barnes. I know I say this quite a lot, everybody, but you know that session drummer that I had on in the first season, I'll ask him. He'll know, and he'll give me a long, boring lecture about it, which is one of the reasons why I take the mick out of drummers these days, because he tortures me with his lectures.
Yeah, so I decided to one day during the lockdown period to plug this octave pedal in and actually try and start using it, and then came up with the riff. And then once we were in those summer rehearsals, Dan came up with the drums, and then we was just patching it all together, you know, bit by bit by bit. So we don't necessarily start at the top of the song, like at the introduction. I'm more of a get that chorus in, get that catchy chorus, get everyone hooked, you know. And then everything sort of came into place after that. The song was supposed to be longer than that, but we ended up cutting a massive chunk out of it because it ended up being over 7 minutes long, and that's just excessive. Sorry to anyone who likes prog rock or prog metal or anything that's but 7 minutes.
eventually we record it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an idea. Yeah. The basic gist of it is usually, I think we get the music of it first. So like it starts with a guitar riff, and then the words come, and then the drums get in usually towards the later part.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the way we usually build up.
And then the bass gets put in last.
Yep.
Yeah, because fuck bassists. Yeah, who cares about the bassist? No, they can catch up. No. Hey guys, can I learn the song with you? No! Wait your turn, scum!
The root to know, like, to know if they're a bassist. Do you know root notes? Yes, you're in. And just an FYI, guys, these guys are actually looking for a bassist to join them. So if you enjoy that, give them a little plug. I'm sure they'll take you on board as long as you can pluck a string. We kind of like taking the mick out of each other, and we're kind of hugely sarcastic. So, you know,
that's just the southern trait. I love it.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, if any bassists like sarcasm and jokes throughout rehearsals, we're your guys.
There you go. Now that was a job offer right there and then. If I have ever heard of one ever before, straight away. If you're a bassist and you're looking to join a band, hit these guys up. If your sounds match, then it'll be a great fit. And as long as your sarcasm can keep up.
Definitely, I agree.
So, what is the one thing that you know now that you wish you could have told your younger self at the start of your music career?
For me, it's to not give a damn. To put it nicely, I spent many years worrying about what everyone else thought, and it turns out that everybody doesn't really mind doesn't really care. They're kind of too focused on themselves. But I, you know, spent ages thinking, oh, if I write this song about like this person, will they find out? Will they moan at me? And then I'll have to like bring the song down. And confidence was also a big one, you know. Like, don't give a damn, just do it. Not to quote like a popular sports brand here, but just do it.
Sports? What sports? We don't do sports here. We do music.
As it should be.
As it should be. What about you, Dan?
Probably just to actively search for a band sooner. I've been playing drums for years, but I kind of left it a bit late to try and jump into a proper band rather than just like the ones that you make in school when you're doing music lessons. I wish I kind of had more of a drive to jump in there. I probably would have gained more experience with live performance and that kind of stuff.
Well, there you go, everybody. Now, that is some very good advice there again. And as I say every week, if you are a new artist, a new musician, just starting out in the music industry, you're not sure what to do, listen to the advice that these guys give you every single week, that all my various different guests from all walks of life, all walks of the music world have given you every week. And like I said to you the other week, that the advice that they give you is free. I'm not going to charge you like some phony people out there with a music academy who will teach you how to be popular. Now, this was presented to you by A Wee Touch of Madness, the video podcast Music Academy. Pay me.
If you want to know something really, really funny, I actually did go to a music academy for a year.
Oh fuck!
I'm not going to. It's one that's based in Surrey, and it was.
Oh, sounds dodgy already.
Well, I'm not going to say like which one it was. And it wasn't too bad. Like I did meet a couple of good friends and stuff like that. But you are right. Like it didn't really give me anything other than like basically an extra A level. And
your wallet a little lighter for fuck all.
Yeah, it was like $5,000 lighter, and then some. Sorry, because that's not including your living costs, which those academies don't have like student accommodation, so you end up getting like a room share or a house share or something like that.
Fuck off.
Yeah, they don't have student accommodation. Well, at this time they didn't. I don't know.
Are you? Wait, hold on. Are you talking about like actual music academies, like the ones you do like at college and that sort of stuff?
Well, it was accredited by the University of Surrey, so
Because the music academies I was talking about were those phony ones online that you see all these social media influencers post.
no.
Those are the ones I was talking about, the ones that charge you an arm and a leg and just say, yeah, so what have you learned so far? Just keep doing that, mate. That would be 10 grand, please.
Oh my gosh, like
Not that I know how much they charge because I'm not stupid enough to sign up for one.
I know I've seen not those kind of things, but is it Shaw Academy or something similar?
I have heard of them, yeah.
Specialised ones, specific instruments and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, get good at guitar, pay this much a month, and you can,
you can earn a 6-figure salary.
The next Jimi Hendrix or X, Y, Z. You know,
basically a bunch of false promises.
You know, want to be the next Adele? Sign up for our vocal.
Our vocal coaching.
Yes.
Yeah. Where we'll teach you methods how to deep throat a hot dog. That will loosen up your jaw to be able to sing higher notes. And the fact that we're recording it and putting it up on TikTok has got nothing to do with the college course. That's just for our benefit.
Oh dear gosh, that's quite funny actually.
Oh, thanks. It just came to me. So, moving on, before we jump down that rabbit hole of the controversy, which I like to save like a little bit later, we are now actually at the point where we are going to get down to the nitty-gritty part of the interview, the tough questions that you probably won't be asked if you do like other interviews, where some presenters and hosts, they won't really have the bollocks to ask you, but I will, because I don't care about your feelings. Now, it's the same as always during this bit, because with some of these questions, you probably will feel slightly uncomfortable. I promise you that is my intention. So if you do feel uncomfortable and you want to stop, we won't. There is no safe word. I will just keep going. Sound good?
I'm fine with it. Dan's already uncomfortable.
Awesome. That's what I like. I like it when they're uncomfortable. It gets me excited. Right. So, your first proper serious question, your first proper nitty-gritty question, getting right down to the controversy now. Okay, are you ready for this?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who would win in a fight between Superman and Batman? See, I caught you off guard there. You know, I got it all hyped up, and it's just like, whoa, wait, hold on, what the fuck? Ding, ding,
I hate Superman. I'm going to say Batman.
Well, it depends. If Batman has kryptonite, then yeah, but if he doesn't, then he's kind of screwed.
I hate
Superman, but
though.
Superman's got actual superpowers. Batman's just got his dead parents' wealth.
Money can't buy you happiness, but apparently it can buy you
It can buy you a bat cave.
Yes, with lots of technical weapons and an old man.
Well, the old man was there before the bat cave.
Well, yeah, true.
he was included in the will.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a lot of circumstance, so it depends if Batman does have kryptonite or if he doesn't, really.
But how would he get kryptonite? By going to the planet Krypton, which is destroyed.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this as a guy who actually doesn't like superheroes in the slightest. You can't even fathom the idea why people enjoy it. And yet I'm asking you this question. And yet I know that Krypton's destroyed.
Well, it's, you know, you get these conversations in like passing and stuff like that, like in a group of friends, and that's, you know, I've never really actually watched.
Friends? What's that?
Wait, you guys don't have
See,
them?
Dan knows. No, we're men. We have acquaintances.
Exactly.
With a series of a series of acquaintances, and yeah, no, I didn't know that's, you know, had all this kryptonite and stuff like that. But then hearing kryptonite makes me think of the song Kryptonite. But anyway,
you're going off track again.
Sorry.
Yeah, skip ahead.
Skip ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, man has spoken. Grr, we skip ahead. Right. What?
Otherwise, we'll end up talking forever about like kryptonite. Yes, sorry.
So, what is the most trouble that you have been in? Now, please remember, nothing too illegal, nothing super duper illegal, nothing that will cause the cops to come knock on your door after this goes out.
This is an interesting question that I actually have not ever asked Dan. Dan, what's the most trouble you've ever been in?
Not that much. Worst I got was like excluded from school for a week.
What did you do?
Well, apparently I swore at a teacher when I didn't.
Fucking drummers, so boring.
Yeah.
So, Amy, what about you?
I got into a bit of a car accident.
Ooh,
I ended up
spicy.
No, I was changing lanes, and whilst you know, when you change lanes, and I stopped because I saw, like, obviously it's a heavy traffic, but at the same time a motorcyclist came, and I accidentally ran over his foot, and then I got scared, and I ended up driving. I didn't stop. I ended up driving to the nearest petrol station, where I got petrol, and then went home. Obviously, they see my plates, and then I got charged by the police and got told to go to a driver awareness course.
Oh wow! But was the motorcyclist okay?
He was wearing motorcycle boots, which is great. So he only had some damage to his foot instead of the wheel of my car breaking his foot. Because I actually stopped when I saw him, so the wheel was on top of his foot. Yeah, I'm not proud of it, and I'm not. And when I got asked by the police why did I keep going, I went, I was scared.
Oh wow! Oh, that was brilliant. So you're saying that oh, that is absolutely fantastic. That is actually, yeah.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
that's,
say I was a new driver, but by that point I'd been driving 7 years.
oh, that's just no excuse then.
And only a select people know, but not even my dad knows, because he's a
Well, he's gonna know
motorcyclist.
now. He's gonna know when he watches this.
Yeah, talk about shooting yourself in the foot now.
Oh, nice. I like what you did there. Nice little. Yeah, that was good.
I would say do the baboom, but your snare's not working right now, so
Yeah.
It's right. I can add in the drum effects for that. See, that's how easy your roll is. It can be done by a computer.
I know.
we could tell him about caffeine if you want.
Let's save that.
Okay.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Would you like to know now, or would you like to know later?
I don't know. Is this part of a challenge?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay. I want to know. You've caught my interest.
Do you want to tell him?
So when we recorded Caffeine, we couldn't afford to go into the studio and actually record the drums, so we ended up programming them. So I was sitting there with the producer just saying, like, what
Boom
goes where.
boom boom boom. Was that?
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So the drums on Caffeine are programmed in. They're not actually played in drums.
All the rest of our songs that we recorded, we actually managed to get a studio.
Yeah. The rest, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I've got video evidence of the Goddamn Witch actually being played in by Dan, which was his first time actually recording drums on a track. And but yeah, Caffeine has been programmed in. So yeah, if you didn't know that,
at least you're honest.
honestly,
Most people would have just lied and went, no, it was all live recorded, all proper done. But at least you're honest. I appreciate that. I appreciate honesty. So you were saying that obviously you've been trying to get a load of live shows, like all booked up and play in Canterbury and London and Scotland. What is the favorite song that you actually like to perform when you're performing live?
You can answer this one first.
Mine is Goddamn Witch. I think it's both our favourites, to be honest. And because for me, it's the last song that we made, before we like started working like towards the, you know, getting everything together for the EP, and it shows how far we had come, vocally as well. Like it's so I started getting vocal lessons again. I stopped for like many years.
Is that from a music academy?
No, she's actually a real person. Her name is Sarah. She's brilliant. She's not part of any vocal academy. But yeah, it just kind of shows how far we come. You know, it's like the first one to, you know, start using more pedal wires for guitars, and but I don't know about the drums. Why is it?
I think it's just more. I find the fun in just the variation of it. It goes into double time, or starts off in double time and then goes slower, speeds up again, and that constant back and forth. It's just really fun to mess around with.
So like having sex then?
Pretty much, yeah.
Fast and slow, then fast and slow, back and forth until someone's tired and the other one's like, I'm not even done yet. All right. All right, you just read your book. Fine.
Who's that?
It just reminds me of Friends when they're like 7, 8, 9, 7. You know, I don't know if you ever watched Friends.
I don't know that.
No, because I have a brain.
What's one of those?
See, he's a drummer. He knows what I mean. So, what are your thoughts on the music industry as it stands today?
Do you want to answer that, or shall I?
It's tough. In terms of like trying to get your foot in the door, very tough. Especially trying to get out there with meeting other people, because there's millions of different other people doing the same thing as you are, and it's like, what can you bring to the table? But even if you go up to like the top levels, where like most pop music and pop artists are, even then they've got the whole publicity side of it, where it's like their life is in constant spotlight, like they get no break from it, and like there's no sense of privacy there. So on all levels, it's a very difficult industry to cope with and get into.
Really, I seem to be coping all right.
I think for me, like, because I'm constantly searching around, like trying to find things. Like I never know when, let's say a post goes up on social media like Facebook or something, going, you know, drop your links for free music and stuff like that, or drop your links for
scams
or not. And if something, you know, is constantly being on that, if it's too good
hold
to be true,
hold you right there. I just have to hold you right there. Your video is kind of cutting out a little bit, so when it comes back, you're gonna have to repeat your whole answer.
That's fine. Just tell me when.
Right. Okay, no problem. It just kind of cut out. The video kind of cut out, and then the audio cut out for a sec. And there we go. Cool.
Yep. I think for me, it's because I'm trawling over the social medias for, like, you know, like I said, live shows, genuine people to send music to. You got those posts where they go, DM your links below, or something to that extent, and you never know, basically scammers. Yeah, and it's really frustrating, and it's really hard to know, like, keep your head on at all times and go, is this a scam or is this a genuine person? And you know, and then on the flip side, when you do find a genuine person and you give them an email, hey, can you check out our music, you know, maybe a blogger or something, and they never get back to you, and that's really, really disheartening. So a lot of the music industry,
I can answer that bit. I can actually answer that part of your question, because obviously, as a lot of people know, We Touch of Madness from Madness Records, this is a little offshoot from that music label, and I can tell you we get a lot of submissions.
Yeah.
And usually it's just one of us going through the submissions.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in, so we can't unfortunately get to every single person.
Yeah.
I know it's shit. I know it's crap. But we can't physically get through every single person. It is difficult. But for like bigger labels, like under multi-million-dollar labels, they have the staff to do it. So when they ignore you, it's just like, well, you are just being ignorant. But to small independent labels such as us, it is like, I physically can't get through every single email.
Yeah, definitely. Like I sympathise with you guys, because you've got such a big job to do, and you definitely want to get through as many people as you possibly can. And I completely understand how hard it is to try and juggle that. Really, sorry.
I don't.
Okay.
I'm joking. Of course I do. This is actually the reason, which I've said multiple times, is to why I do these video podcasts, because I can't physically go through every single music submission that I get for the label. I do these podcasts as an opportunity for bands and artists such as yourself to come on, promote yourself to actually someone who actually genuinely cares about what you've got to say about your music. You're passionate about your craft. I'm passionate about doing these podcasts. So it's a match, really, isn't it? You
Yeah.
come on, you promote it, I put it out there for you. So at least that way you know someone actually wants to listen.
It's like a Tinder for musicians.
Now, there is actually an app in development for that. I read somewhere. I actually read in an article a couple of weeks ago. There was a tech company that was working on like a Tinder for musicians. I don't know if it was a joke or if it was a meme, but I did see something like that, and I thought it was quite funny.
Could you imagine? Oh yeah, no. Jazz left. Which way's? I don't. Sorry, I've been out of the dating game. Which one's the rejection side?
I don't know. I'm married. I don't have a clue.
Oh, I don't know.
We've got partners. Anyway.
Anyway,
Right, single people. If you, because I know a couple of you are watching this, or two of you. Can you tell us what side on the Tinder app is it swiping that you like them and swipe that you don't like them? Can you tell us which side? Because we're all confused here. Put it down in the comments. Let us know.
sorry, I've been in a relationship for 9 years. Kind of Tinder came after I was in a relationship, so I don't know. Back in my day.
Back in my day, Sonny Jim. We used to make our men sandwiches when they came in from work. Now we have to turn their Xbox on for them.
For me, it's the PlayStation, and it's for my
well, your man's not a man then, is he? Sorry, that was a little bit rude. Yeah.
I used to have an Xbox until I said I want to play God of War and The Witcher.
So it's your fault. Okay.
Yeah.
It's always the woman's fault. Yeah, he used to be a man, right? I got it.
He loves Final Fantasy, so
Oh God.
he's a bit of an anime nerd as well.
Oh
Should I start?
God.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, yeah. We'll just leave it there. Yeah.
I've got some dignity. Run.
So if there was anything about the music industry that you could change and you had the power to do so, what would it be? I already know what Dan's answer is going to be. It's to have bigger drums so we can make louder noise.
It's actually a snare drum that works.
Oh, shade.
It's just
No, it's broken, so.
For fuck's sake.
the strings at the bottom have come off of it, and he needs a
Simple fix, but.
Is it a restring or is it a brand new one?
No, it's a restring.
He will like a brand new one though.
Yeah, one sounds better. But no, to change anything about the music industry is probably the way that they treat some of their artists, and it doesn't go out to all like big labels or small labels, or whatever. But some of them particularly are like, oh no, you can't do that, or you can't write a song about this because that doesn't fit our label's vibe.
So not giving them the creative freedom that they need to actually grow.
Yeah.
I think for me is a lot of the time is if your face fits. So if we take Adele for example, she grew popular because she was a larger, like with Chasing Pavement, she was like a larger, young singer.
I actually think she looked a lot better then than she does now. But that's my opinion.
I definitely preferred her fuller figure, but that's her choice. You know, we can't comment on somebody's health and body.
It'd be like shagging a bouncy castle, wouldn't it? Fuck. You'll be done and you're still bouncing. I'm gonna edit this whole bit out. Don't worry.
Okay. But yeah, like for example, Ed Sheeran had to
Oh, the wee ginger nut.
yeah, Ed Sheeran had to basically say, oh, like made up this story that he was living on the streets or he was sofa surfing, and to appeal to
When he was just a specky little ginger kid playing a piano. Yeah, real hard done by.
yeah, you know, and I love this guy. His name's Frank Turner, but and I think he's great. But again, he comes from a pretty wealthy, you know, a lot. I think of Taylor Swift again. It's if you've got the money, and if your face fits, then you've kind of got 50 steps ahead. And it's kind of hard to find some genuine musicians who haven't come from, you know, a background of wealth. Like my dad's, for example, is a lorry driver, and you know, is more working class than anything else. So it's hard, and particularly for the people who do have a, you know, do have a lack of funds. That's why.
So basically, what you're saying is, the thing that you would change is to bring more power to the fugly people like us.
Well, the everyday people, yeah.
That's what I said.
All right. Because there are some genuinely really good musicians who are absolutely phenomenal, but because they didn't grow up with a world of money, they're instantly, you know, behind. You know? And it would be nice for maybe the music industry to recognize that, you know, try and find some of these smaller, everyday people. I'm not using your word.
What, fugly? Why are you not using fugly? It's a great word.
Because I'll probably say it wrong, and then you'll take the mick out of me.
How can you say it wrong? It's a southern word.
How'd you say it?
Fugly.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said fuckly.
No, I said fugly.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Please edit
that. For all the fugly people out there. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
So, how do you feel that the internet has impacted the music industry then?
I think it's I think it's given, talking about the everyday people, it's given them a little bit of a voice to be able to showcase their stuff without having to send countless CDs and tapes and to record studios for them to be either, oh yeah, we'll listen to this one today, or oh no, we'll toss that one aside, you know, for today. That doesn't quite work. So it's given, and it's given the smaller independent artists basically a platform, and that's great because it gives everybody a chance to, you know, showcase what they are made of, really.
But then you've also got the noise you need to cut through of now every Tom, Dick and Harry releasing music from their bedroom.
Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword, isn't it?
That's exactly what I said. What is it? Almost 10 episodes now? I think I used those exact same words.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think 10 episodes. I don't know. I can't remember.
But yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It's like technology for kids is great, you know, because they can learn so much more. But then on the flip side, you're sitting in a restaurant with a kid of 8 with a tablet playing their Dan TDM or whatever or Spy Ninjas on ridiculously loud volume, and there's no human interaction because everyone's standing there like this whilst waiting for their food, you know.
Fair enough.
So
Dan, what about you? What's your opinion on that?
I think overall,
not on kids in restaurants, on their
I was going to go back to the main question anyway. But I think overall, like it's provided a new facet of the music industry.
Ooh, facet. That's a new word I haven't heard on this show for a while.
Yeah, so it's like it's a different avenue to go down, especially with things like YouTube and even TikTok now. With people just being able to learn the skills to record and produce their own music and then put it out there. Because it just creates, eventually it could lead down to the path of getting signed to a big label and, you know, playing live gigs and that kind of stuff in front of millions of people. But it's just more opportunities to be seen, be heard, and in general, just get your stuff out there.
I
Very
think
good.
on that as well, talking about the music industry, I heard from some fellow musician friends, if you don't have a band TikTok, then you're nothing. So it's like the big labels can literally dictate what smaller people and unsigned artists need to do in order to be seen. So lots of bands now have a band TikTok because that's what they've been told that they need to have. And if we go back to when Instagram was first kind of released within the first couple of years, if you don't have a banned Instagram, then you're nothing. So it's like each new social, and if you're not social technology savvy, or social media savvy, sorry, then you kind of have a little bit of a shortfall. Particularly Dan is not social media savvy at all.
I know he looks like a caveman. I'm taking the piss out of you, mate. I'm doing it out of love, all right? Because I actually think you look glorious. So I'm doing it out of love. It's not personal. It's just business, all right? I know I've been laying down on you a little bit hard throughout this, but
but yeah, so I've had to start learning how to use TikTok, and start learning. Snapchat was another one I had to learn to use because if you don't, apparently in some cases, if you don't even have a Snapchat, then it's not worth it. But I find Snapchat very, very mundane. And then someone said to me, "Oh, why don't you have a banned Twitter?" Sorry. And I'm like, I'm already trying to keep up with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Is there somewhere.
You don't need to keep up with Facebook because Facebook is dying.
Oh, I thought Facebook was dying.
Yeah, Twitter's probably the best one to go with.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to relearn Twitter, aren't I?
Yeah.
Twitter is the main one, and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, they are the main ones, but Facebook not so much these days.
Yeah, I think I've got there's an app where you can upload to Instagram and then it automatically uploads to Facebook.
Yeah, Business Suite.
Yeah. So but it's all a learning curve. And the other thing is if you're in an unsigned band as well, you have to be the graphic designer unless you want to pay for it. You have to again be in social media tech, video editor, so you have to make sure that you are not just creating music, but also creating that content. Otherwise, there's no point. Whereas, for example, we're going back to Adele and Ed Sheeran. They can release a new song, and suddenly there's a million likes on that song, and it's all the way at the top of Spotify, and etc. so on and so forth.
See, I know what you mean about bands having to do everything themselves. I mean, obviously, I said earlier, Madness Records presented by the podcast presented by Madness Records, but this whole project is mine on my own. It's completely independent from the label, so I have to do my own editing. I have to design my own logo that you can see in my background. I had to do all that independently from the label. Especially doing the video editing. If there's any video editors out there, can you please hit me up because I'm bored of doing it. It's just so mundane going through every segment trying to get right. I need to cut something, but what can I cut?
Yeah,
okay, that looks good. If there's any video editors out there, hit me up. All right, I need a break.
Yeah. It's like designing graphics and stuff like that for me.
I'll pay you in hugs because I have no money.
Pay you in IOUs.
No hugs. They're worth more.
Yeah. They are worth more.
Hugs are definitely worth more.
Yeah. Right, so I've only got another couple of questions for you guys, and then I can let you go on your merry way. By the way, when I actually stop recording, don't leave straight away. I do have a couple of things I need to go over with you.
That's cool.
Right. So before I carry on with these last two questions, have you come up with a challenge for me to do? I'm kind of regretting.
What is... I know you said you can't play really anything, but do you think your worst instrument?
My worst instrument.
Yeah.
Can I be crude? Yes, I'll be crude. No, I can't say that.
I mean, the one that you're bad at. Don't go that way.
Don't go that way. Right. Okay. I actually can't play any instrument. I never learnt to play a single instrument.
Um,
Bear in mind, right? I have to do these challenges because once I film my podcasts, whilst my son's in bed, so I can't make too much of a fucking noise.
okay.
I've already done one challenge where I had to lay down a rap, lay down a rhyme, a verse, to someone when they finished off doing a little bit of freestyle. I've already done that challenge. My second challenge is coming out in a couple of weeks where I will be doing a rap battle against that same guy who I laid down the verse, where my producer, my best mate, is going to be creating the beat for us. So we're going to be doing a rap battle. And if you saw last week's episode, that you know the challenge there, me and the band member that didn't turn up to the podcast because he was too busy working, we both have to take a California ghost chili, eat it whole while singing Aqua Barbie Girl.
Oh, if only you could do the Donald Duck voice.
Yeah. Oh God.
What was it?
Well, Darren can do, my other half, by the way, sorry. He could say anything in a Donald Duck voice.
Mhm.
I will call him and get him to prove it if you don't believe me.
Not right now.
Not right now, but I mean, like.
No, I believe you.
So if you could do something and sing something in an accent or a.
I was gonna
go on.
see, like, try and challenge you to learn Happy Birthday on like a trumpet.
Happy birthday on a trumpet.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard.
That is going to be hard because I don't know anyone around here with a trumpet that I can borrow.
No, piano's easy.
Piano is easy. I was being nice to him.
Yeah, gotta make it difficult.
I'd rather sing and show off my singing showcase, but okay, I'll play Happy Birthday on a trumpet.
Yeah.
Do I actually have to play the trumpet, or can I just like pretend I'm playing it?
Being able to play it, so it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't have to be a trumpet. It could be like a ukulele or guitar, whatever.
Ukulele or a
What if
guitar.
you Google's water while singing Happy Birthday?
Yeah, there's that.
I've given you ideas, yeah.
Now my little brother has a guitar. I could do something with that.
Just the melody line.
Just the melody line.
Yeah.
So
happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to whoever's birthday of yours in your household that's coming up next. Happy birthday to you.
Right, okay, so the challenge has been given. I have got to learn to play Happy Birthday on a guitar and play it at the next birthday in my household. So that would be in January, the next birthday in my household. So I have until then to learn to play Happy Birthday on a fucking guitar. Great. You know what? Challenge accepted. I'll do it.
See, nothing too hard because, otherwise then it's unfeasible to expect you to do it. So
Yeah, I'll do it. And FYI, Scott, you're a fucking arsehole for starting these challenges. Natty, you are a fucking arsehole for carrying the challenges on and snowballing it. Arseholes, both of you. If you two think you're coming on the show again, well, no, Natty, you have to. We're doing the rap battle. Right. Okay. So the last of my two questions I have for you. Do you sing in the shower? And if you do, what do you sing?
Do you sing in the shower, Dan? Because I know the answer that I do.
Depends on the day, but yeah.
Is it like when you're going to wash your hair?
It's always the easy one, isn't it? But yeah, songs I usually sing.
Yeah, of course it's always the easy one. I'm easy. That's why it's always easy.
Yeah, probably always singing Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy.
Yes, I definitely sing in the shower, seeing as I sing pretty much all the time. I actually have a Bluetooth speaker, so more recently been singing the latest Biffy Clyro album, but have been known to sing such items such as Celine Dion, Nina Simone, Aretha Franklin, and Florence and the Machine. So, yeah, that's a big difference, isn't it?
You have a Bluetooth speaker in your bathroom now. That is definitely an upgrade to than just belting out a tune in the shower. Okay.
I mean, on good days, I try and do metal, but you don't want to hear me sing that.
Actually, I do. So my challenge for you
Yeah?
is to lay down a verse from a metal song. Not right now.
Okay.
Not right now. Because I need to. Yeah. So, would you guys like to come back on the show?
Sure,
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Well, you're gonna have to now. You got a challenge. I'm giving you a
Exactly.
challenge now.
You started dishing out now. Okay.
Yeah, well, he's receiving them. He might as well like give them out at the same time. Giving is receiving, right?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Nice bit of southern hospitality there. Nice bit of southern hospitality there. Exactly.
What's mine is yours.
Yeah, exactly. And what's mine is mine.
Yes. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
Oh.
Oh. Well, everybody, that was Morgana with me today. The Dan and Amy, who both are part of Morgana, which if that bit wasn't clearly obvious, then I don't know what the fuck else would be. They have both said that they would like to come back on the show. Well, Dan didn't actually say anything, but I'm just going to assume yes.
Yeah, I did say yes.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I wasn't listening. So you know what that means. When you're watching this at home, you know exactly what that means. Next time they come on the show, that we will read out questions that you might have for them that you want to ask them. Now, it is the same rules as it is for every single guest, every single week. The most ridiculous, the most messed up, the most fucked up question you can think of. I want to know. Put it down in the comments. Next time we get these guys on, we'll read them out to them. Let's make them feel uncomfortable. So, in the meantime, I hope everybody out there stays safe, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And make sure you catch us next week, where we will have another new guest. I know, new guest every week, but you will like this one. It will definitely be interesting, to say the least. So, in the meantime, I'll catch you all next week. Stay safe.